What is going on, guys? So I went to as a well, this sucks. It's in the morning and I haven't eaten or really woken up yet. I know it's not an excuse, but for those of you that know, this past weekend was the Marine's birthday, 243rd birthday, and it just so happened that we had a pool function on the same day. I thought that it was going to be horrible because I thought that they were going to just tear us apart, just to have fun and stuff, and pretty much say, hey, this is what becoming Marine is going to be like. You're going to have to go through all this shit. It wasn't like that. We actually got there. It was actually really freaking cold. Early in the morning it was cold. They decided to run an IST because here in Georgia it has been raining pretty much almost every single freaking day. We were supposed to go on a hike, but it was just, it would have been nasty. Like, especially with our mountain and stuff, like there's some spots where we probably would have been like ankle deep in some water and stuff. And with it being that cold, they're not looking to make us sick. They don't want us, they want us to be healthy in order to go to boot camp. You know what I'm saying? So they're not like trying to absolutely kill us. So anyway, we ended up doing an ISD, which was perfectly fine. We got out there, in formation and stuff, and we're getting better at that. The more that we come together, we're actually getting better at it. It's actually pretty cool to see. And I mean, we did some warm-up exercises, we did some push-ups. They kind of screwed with us on push-ups because they tell us to go down, and you're not supposed to lay down on the ground whenever you go down. You're supposed to hold yourself, in the down position. Tell us to go up, and for me, holding in the up position is better than holding in the down position, just because I guess I don't have a lot of, the tricep strength and stuff like that. I can plank for a little while, but anyway, so we did do those. Of course, we did them the Marine Corps way. They would tell us up, down, we'd do them in 4 counts. So after we got to the 4th one, that would then be 1. I think I've explained that a little bit. And then when they go 1, 2, 3, that's whenever it's supposed to be 4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. So we did do them that way. We also did some, what was it? Flutter kicks, and I forgot something else. Hello dollies. And I did not know what it was at first. They explain everything at the beginning, and they ask if anybody needs, an explanation of what it is, or so that way you can do them correctly. And so, like, a couple of us didn't know what hello dollies was, so he showed us what they were. You lay on the ground just like you're about to do flutter kicks. Your feet are 6 inches above the ground. And for those of you that don't know what flutter kicks are, is you're laying there on the ground on your back. You have your hands on your butt. At least that's what they told us to do. You raise your feet 6 inches above the ground, and flutter kicks are where you just do this with your feet. So you just keep them. They don't go to the ground. You just keep them above that 6 inches. Supposed to help work your core and all that stuff. And then afterwards, hello dollies is the opposite. Instead of going up and down, you go side to side. So you just keep your feet 6 inches above the ground, and you go side to side with your feet, or side to middle, side to back, whatever. Like you're a scissor, okay? Except your feet don't curl. So yeah, that was our warm up. That might explain why my sides are hurt. I couldn't figure it out at first, but now that I tell you guys this, I'm sore. Especially yesterday, I was really sore, my obliques and stuff. I was like, oh man, they're killing me. What the hell did I do? I only did crunches. I think I just figured out. I think it was the hello dollies and the flutter kicks. But anyway, so we did a warm up, really nice. And then we went and jogged around our building, which is about, I think, like 0.2 miles or 0.25 miles, some shit like that. Or maybe it's a little bit over. We just went for a nice jog. Our staff sergeant told us to get in a line of 2. so two lines, and he led, and we just followed right behind each other. It was a nice, easy breezy jog. It wasn't too much. I actually like running in formation. That's pretty cool, because I don't get too winded, and I was still actually able to run the 1.5 miles later. So anyway, we ran that. He gave us a couple minutes to go get some water, to, you know, stretch it out and stuff like that. And that's when we were about to do our IST. So he tells everybody that can't do more than 5 pull-ups to get in line first, and then people who can do 5 pull-ups to get in line after us. And so we had, whenever we stepped up to them, they did it exactly like you're gonna do in boot camp, except you don't say recruit, you say Poolee. So he got us up there, and we had to stare through them at attention and say, good morning, sir, this Poolee, or no, good morning, sir, Poolee Ingram, requesting permission to mount the bar. And they would say mount it, and that's when you jump up there like you're gonna do a pull-up, and they stop you from swinging because we had to jump up. So they stop you from swinging, so that way you're at a dead hang, and they'll tell you exercise, and you start, you know, doing your pull-up if you can, you know, and then you have to ask for permission to dismount the bar as well. So that was actually pretty cool. It's kind of a, you know, look into what we're going to be doing, the volume that you have to yell at and stuff. You know, people are nervous, and I feel like us getting up there and kind of going through this with them on the weekends, and you know, during the week and stuff like that, like, it kind of gives you a little preview of what you're going to be doing, which is pretty cool. So I got up there, I yelled, you know, just to, God, I didn't want them, number one, I didn't want them making fun of me or grilling me about it, because they definitely were. And they're going to treat you kind of like you're at boot camp. I mean, not as harsh, of course, because they don't want to scare the shit out of you, but they're going to go, you know, they're going to screw with you and tell you that you need to be screaming at the volume. They want to hear the volume from you. And, like, for example, in our formation when we were doing warm-up, they will tell you to get on your stomach, or to get on your face, to get on your back, you know, whatever it was, to get on your face. That's how you know you're about to do, like, the push-ups and stuff, because you're getting on your face, you're laying down. Get on your back, that's how you know you're about to do crunches or something to that effect. And they'll tell you to get on your feet. And during all this, and I guess I may have left this part out, but I'm expecting some other people to watch my other videos with that, they are expecting you to scream, yes sir, no sir, aye sir, whatever. If you have females, obviously you want to say ma'am. I had all males at this one, so it was all yes sir, no sir, and aye sir. So when he told us to get on our feet, we had to go aye sir, or, well, yeah, actually aye sir, because it's not a question. So we had to scream that, and if we did not scream loud enough, he'd go, no, not good enough, get your ass back down. And so we did that, I don't know, probably 8 times, where we had to get up all together, and they would count us down to get back into formation, because of course we had to spread out, because you have to think all of us are laying down, and at least everybody is about 5 foot. So when you're standing in formation, you're not 5 feet apart, you know, you're closer. And so we back up in order to do the exercises, and whenever he told us to get on our feet, I did scream, aye sir, and then we pretty much had to run and get back into formation, and he was counting us down, and whenever he got to 1, we had to say, done sir. Whenever we said, done sir, we better be in formation. If not, we had to get right back down on our backs all over again. So needless to say, we had to do it like 8 times, but we did end up getting it. And the only reason that they're doing, they definitely want the volume from you. If you're not going to give them, they will kind of screw with you, and they're going to make you give them the volume that they want. Now, the only difference between, I guess, them and boot camp is they're going to make you give them their volume, but they're going to also explain why and all this stuff. And I mean, they'll straight up tell you, they're going to be doing this in boot camp. This is why we're trying to show you what it's like. We're trying to get you ready. We're trying to, you know, whatever. And they're going to be real with you. You're not going to get that in boot camp, I don't think. I haven't been. So, But I think in boot camp, they're just going to want you to do. They may go, hey, I want this from you, and say that one time, and then you better give that to them after that, you know, kind of thing. They're not going to probably give you 8 chances to do it without screwing with you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, they just recorded how many pull-ups you could do. After that, it was the crunches. We had to do 55. Once you got to 55, they just told you to stop because that's the IE. That means you passed right there, because I think actually you're supposed to do 44. And then if you didn't get, 55, that you had to stand up, and they grilled you about that, saying you should be doing it, what you need to be doing in order to get there, blah, blah, whatever. After that, they were like, okay, we're going to go run. So we had to run 1.5 miles in the cold. It sucked, but it was also awesome. It actually didn't burn my throat as much as I thought it would. I don't know if I was just doing better or what, but I actually ran the fastest that I did, or that I ever have with them. I ran a 13:05, and I'm actually kicking myself because the lactic acid kind of shit started happening, and so my stomach started hurting right there, kind of close to the end. Mind you, I didn't eat dinner and I didn't eat breakfast either, which was probably a dumb decision, but I just wasn't hungry. Not the point. Anyway, I didn't eat, so my stomach was like, and, shit, so it started hurting, and I was like, well, I'm gonna walk just for a second until this subsides. It subsided. I think I walked for maybe like 15-20 seconds, but now I'm kicking myself, because if I would have just like sped up, I probably would have beat that 13-minute, and I would have done, I would definitely be happy with that. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that I beat my time to begin with, because I've been working towards that, but I'm mad because I walked and I shouldn't have, and I could have done it under 13 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely kicking myself on that one. I'm mad about it. But after we exercised, they write down all our times. They grilled you if you need to be running faster or whatnot. They give you a hard time because they want you to be physically fit. They're gonna grill you about it, especially if you're not coming to the workouts that's 2 times a week with them. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. We just did the IST. After that, we went inside. They played the Commandant's birthday message. We watched that. We watched another video, I think. They talked about the Marine Corps birthday. They talked about how pretty much in the Marine Corps, the birthday means a lot. In the Army, in the Navy, and the Air Force, it doesn't mean as much, but to every Marine, Marine Corps birthday is, a huge deal. And the fact that, they celebrate it every year, they release a birthday message and all this stuff, and they're not wrong. They're definitely not wrong. They tell each other, happy birthday, Marine. I swear, the Marines are the biggest family I have ever seen, and I'll continue to tell you why in a minute. But yeah, so we just all got together, we talked about it. He talked about some things, like the reason why we are called Leathernecks, the reason why we're called Devil Dogs, things like that. The Frozen Chosen, we talked a little bit about that, which is really cool. And then apparently they had the Marine Corps ball that night, and they have a cake cutting process at the Marine Corps ball, and so they actually ended up getting a cake for us at the pool function. And the tradition is apparently the oldest Marine and the youngest Marine cut the cake, and the oldest Marine passes the piece of cake to the youngest Marine. So they have the cake cutting ceremony. Well, we did that there, except we did it with the youngest Poolee and the oldest Poolee. The youngest Poolee was like 17, just turned 17 not too long ago. And unfortunately, but also fortunately, I was the oldest Poolee. I'm 27 years old. I'm going to be going to boot camp at 28. And it was actually pretty cool. I am now called the grandma of the squad, so that's fun. But I did get to cut the cake with this guy, which was actually really cool. Really good experience. But we had to cut it with a sword, so that was a little fun. They cut the cake with a sword. Why? Because they're Marines. I don't know. That's the reason they do it. But it's, like I said, actually pretty cool. I'm getting a hold of the picture or the video of that. But anyway, so we did that. We ate cake. We were merry. We talked. We, whatever, associated with each other. Talked to our drill instructors. Not drill instructors. They act like drill instructors, which is why I call them. But we talked to them, our sergeants and staff sergeants, our recruiters. There we go. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Now afterwards, I ended up going to a bar here in Georgia. It's called the Semper Fi Bar and Grill. Don't get me wrong, they welcome all military, but they are based on Marines. Actually, the two owners are Marines. Were former. They are, you know what I mean. Anyway, they own the bar, and they actually put a big ceremony out. So all these people are getting together. Either they're in the Marines or, they're former, but, they definitely say that there's no such thing as, a former Marine and stuff. So anyway, they're all veterans or active. And it was really awesome to see everybody. It didn't matter, I'm telling you, it didn't matter like color, it didn't matter gender, it didn't matter nothing. Like, they treated you like family. I had people coming up to me, asking me, how long did I serve and stuff, and I was like, actually, I'm going to boot camp. And they're like, oh, well, that's awesome, thank you, and all this stuff. And not once did they say anything about me being a female with my hair, cut short or anything like that. We talked about, problems that I'm going to have in boot camp with me being older. They're going to screw with me, my tattoos and stuff like that. I talked to them, found out some tips, it just, like, the whole night was just everybody drinking, celebrating. We watched videos there too. It was just, I've never seen anybody come together except for when I went to the obstacle racing. But still, not even that many people, I think, went around and talked to each other as they did here. Like, everybody went around and talked to everybody. It didn't matter. Like, they were just all talking to each other. It was great. But I don't see anybody getting together like that from the Army or the Air Force or anything like that. So if you want that family, Marine Corps is definitely the way to go. But it was pretty cool at this. Like I said, they played some videos, they talked, shared some stories, and then also they did a cake cutting as well. And the youngest Marine had just graduated boot camp, not yesterday, but the day before Saturday, so Friday. He just graduated boot camp, fresh from Paris Island. He was in his little dress blues. It was cute. This, like, skinny little dude, over there with, I think it was like a 70-something-year-old, 79, close to 80-year-old guy, and them cutting the cake. It was really good to watch. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. That was my function. That's what I did afterwards. It was great to be a part of everything. I'm definitely joining the right branch. I know I'm joining the right branch, and I love it. Like, it's, like I said, that family, and it doesn't matter who you are, they are so excited. Even the fact that I wasn't a Marine yet, I'm a future Marine, they were just still so excited that I was even going, or that I was even trying, because so few, I guess, do it compared to the other branches, and actually compared to America. So few, take upon this challenge, and it just makes me that more motivated, to get to my goal and to go through boot camp. And heck, I even actually got some of their contacts and stuff, and they said, write me during boot camp. Write me while you're at boot camp. Like, I'll write you back. I'll write you a letter. And I'm like, heck yeah, because that's what keeps you going in boot camp. It's gonna suck. They're like, yeah, it's gonna suck. It is. There's no. You embrace the suck. You get your letters. You go chow to chow. You go to church on Sunday. Get your time away from the drill instructors, and you know, keep moving forward. Keep your head down. Keep moving forward. And that's what you do. So it's actually really cool. I was really excited about it, and I'm pumped up. I kind of can't wait to go. Of course, I'm waiting for the holidays and everything, but after that, like, I'm pretty excited about going. So if y'all have any questions for me, definitely ask. Please don't hesitate. I'm here if you guys need. If you like the video, like it, comment, and subscribe, because there will definitely be more coming. Especially when it gets closer to me going to boot camp with MEPS and everything. And then, of course, I'm going to make my videos for after boot camp and what it was like. I'm just going to keep you guys updated. So, for now, excuse me, I am going to go to work. Peace out.